The Vanguard is a group of superheroes that came together to fight off a threat that was threatening to destroy the entirety of Lagos, and managed to save the day at the end. The team features a lot of popular comic Republic heroes, some of them with their own standalone comics and others being recurrent characters. Now to my top 10 list. He is by far the strongest hero in the Vanguard group, although his showings in the Vanguard Union storyline is not as impressive as in other previous issues. We've seen him do some really great things and perform some feats that quite frankly no one else on this list can perform. Basically, Guardian Prime is just a normal guy that was born as the fifth element, the perfect human and the missing element in the natural table. He was found and trained by a member of the first race called Gaia, and it seems his power grows in proportion to the amount of faith he has in Gaia. Although in recent years, it seems that the faith he has doesn't have to be in Gaia exclusively, as we see him gain significant amount of powers by believing in his friends. His power and origin are still a bit of a mystery, but make sure you subscribe for more news on Comic Republic characters. Anyways, Guardian Prime is the top choice for number 1 on this list, as even 2 members of the first race fully recognize the strength, with Aziza and Chief of Ceremony conversing about the considerable risk they were taking on by challenging him. But Aziza, King of the Forest, counted on him being diplomatic and he was right. Guardian Prime waited to listen to them and they used this to attack him. In fact, that was the only reason why this was even a fight. Ajay is one of the less popular comic public heroes. Although she has her own standalone comics, she's often paired with other really cool characters that take her shine, as she's quite an inexperienced hero, but that doesn't mean she's in any way weak. Ajay is a reincarnation of a very powerful sorceress called Orishabomi. They practice the dark arts and her predecessor is quite skilled in the art, one of the best at it I imagine. Orishabomi often takes over Ajay sometimes when the battle gets difficult. Adorning traditional Yoruba attire, Ajay is a hero that represents the beauty of Yoruba culture in the Comic Republic universe. We see her sometimes wear a gele into battle, and in the Vanguard Union storyline, we see her get a cool new Ashoke that has some amazing abilities. The reason why Ajay is so high up in this list is not because she is also a skilled opponent. In fact, she's quite inexperienced when it comes to her powers. That involves her chanting spells in the Yoruba language, which she is not very good at using yet. But it's just because she was able to fully restrain a member of the first race for quite a considerable amount of time, and without much fatigue. Ajay has by far the most potential for growth out of all the rest of the Comic Republic universe heroes. And also, fighting Ajay is a very risky business, because the moment things start to get dicey or too challenging for her, Orishabomi could always take over, and that increases your difficulty significantly, almost like she has a demon inside of her. Her showings in the Vanguard Union was not that much, but she was really instrumental in the fight against Mami Water.